Hey, morning, Amber. Jessica, there you are. You need to get up to set ASAP. Oh my god, am I late? I thought my call sheet said 3. It did. You are not wrong. I'm gonna get you a van to head up to set right now. Producer's gonna fill you in on the way up. Okay? Jessica, get on in here. What is going on? It has been a crazy morning and I'm looking for solutions. So, here's the situation. Today we're filming that scene with the anonymous hookup in the bar. Well, the day player that she does it with quit the project. Wanna know when I found out about it? This morning. Oh my god. Yeah, we had to basically emergency recast the part, which doesn't really matter. It's the only time we see this character and we're not planning to have him come back, hopefully. But Lisa, our leading lady, is having a freak out. And today's the only day we have the location for that spicy scene, am I right? Bingo. We need you to talk with her and figure out what we can do. And I'll be honest here, given our budget, trying to redo this scene with a different actor on a different day is pretty much out. I'll let you know what I find out. Jessica, thank goodness you're here. Have you heard the crazy stuff the producers are saying about this scene? I mean, are they even allowed to recast? I thought everything had to be settled 48 hours before. Let's find a place to chat. I'm feeling so flustered, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I just recast my scene partner today. Can they even do that? I was pretty sure there had to be 48 hours before filming. It sounds like it has been a crazy morning. I've been picking up little pieces of information all along the trail. First and foremost, we do have some time. We're not gonna rush into anything, so let's take it step by step. You're right, thank you. Just to give you some context about that 48-hour rule, if someone's cast within that 48-hour window, then it really just becomes an ASAP situation. But that doesn't take into consideration your consent, and that's just as important. Right now, they're not proposing any changes to the scene mechanics. It would just be a new person. I was feeling really good with the old person. I know they really want to film today, but is there a way we can modify some of the stuff we're doing? Let's explore that. Right now, what feels kind of off limits for you? I know this sounds kind of silly. I just don't want to kiss a random person. For me, the simulated sex is kind of the easy part. With all the padding and stuff, that part feels depersonalized. So what I'm hearing is that you feel confident with the rest of the scene, but you don't want to kiss the new person. Do you think that's an option? I'll chat with the director. Do you want to come or do you want to stay here? I'd rather stay and just drink some water. All right, what are we working with? Hey, Sean, sounds like you've had a crazy day too. Don't want to hear the half of it. At this point, I just want the scene to be done. Whatever she needs, we got it. Well, I do see a couple paths forward. Let's chat. Not only did we have to recast the part today, but now you're telling me that she won't even kiss him? That's correct. And look, I know today has been incredibly frustrating, but there are still a lot of ways forward, especially considering she's still willing to do all of the simulation of the scene. She just doesn't want to make lip-to-lip contact. This scene is supposed to be hot and heavy. How am I gonna get that without tongues a-flying? Okay, tongues flying is a pretty good phrase, but come on, how many times do you actually see tongue on camera? Most of the time we get passion from the breath, from the neck, and all of that's still on the table. I just don't know. The schedule of filming is already thrown off today. What if we talk with the producer to get a little bit more rehearsal time? I've got a couple moves in mind that might turn up the heat without needing them to make lip-to-lip contact. I mean, if that's all we can do. Plus, let's be real, they'll probably get comfortable with each other and be okay with kissing. Right now, her boundary is pretty clear, and because of that, we need to figure out a creative way forward that respects that boundary. Expecting or hoping for that to change is going to put coercive pressure on the actor, and ultimately, she's not going to be able to do her best work. Fine, I'll talk with the producer. Also, I heard that the new actor's landed, so if you want to go meet him, go for it. Thanks, and again, I know today has been frustrating, but I really appreciate your flexibility. What are you doing? Being cast the same day as filming is a lot, especially when we're doing a spicy scene. I've worked with intimacy coordinators before, so I'm feeling pretty good. That's so great. What have they told you so far about the scene? I know there's going to be simulation. They said some kind of quick hookup at a bar, but we haven't really talked positioning. Yes, we're still working through positioning, and that's something I definitely want your input on. Right now, there is a boundary around lip-to-lip contact, though, so I wanted to let you know right away. No sweat off my back. What are we thinking instead? Like some neck stuff? Yeah, exactly. We're also considering a positioning from behind. How would you feel about that? Simulating that's fine, but what would I wear? I don't really like those strapless thongs that tuck between the cheeks. That's not a problem. What about something like this? It's a shielded pouch. Have you worn one of our modesty socks before? You mean the junk pouch that like cinches to stay on? Precisely. This one works the same way with that too, so everything goes into the pouch and it cinches tight, but then we have this strap here so that it'll stay attached to your body a little bit better. Then this padding protects you and protects your scene partner. This is pretty cool, but if I'm being honest, I actually have a sensitivity to adhesive. Not a problem. There's actually a little spray that we can add to your skin that'll help protect it from the adhesive. I've tried something like that before, and it hasn't worked well. Then let me talk to costumes. We'll add a little bit of clear string to this garment so it'll go around your hips. It'll be hard to see it on camera, but it should still give some added support. That's not going to be a problem for production? You just leave that to me. But, Jessica, can you come here for a second? This scene is not looking right. It looks super uncomfortable, even though we've talked about everything beforehand. What's going on? I agree, the simulation's not really selling, and it kind of looks like he's unsure where to put his hands. I want to go chat with them. Do you want to come with me? I've got a few questions for the producers. You do what you need to do. Hey, you two, how are you doing? I'm doing okay, but are you doing okay? I really want to make sure that I'm respectful of your boundaries. Yeah, I'm fine. I feel like honestly you've barely touched me. Jessica, how's everything reading? The dialogue all sounds great, but the simulation isn't quite hitting in the way we've talked about. Max, in this scene your character's supposed to be a little bit more aggressive and dominant, so why don't we go back over where your hands are going to go? That would be great. I think I'm overthinking it. Can I actually say something real quick? I love how super respectful you're being. But if I'm honest, I'm reading your timidness as you not wanting to do this, which is getting in my head and making it really hard for me to act. If you're feeling fine, my boundary was just about kissing, so you can grab my waist pretty hard. Really? That's actually super helpful to know. Let's take a closer look at that position that you're in when you're bent over the bar. Sarah, can you physically take Max's hand and put it in those spots that feel good for you? When I'm against the bar like this, anywhere on my side is okay. Here, let me show you. Like that? And then Max, remember you have to get your hips under her hips, and then it's kind of that scooping motion we talked about. Yep. Let's rehearse that all together, robes still on. If that feels good to you both, I'll let the director know we're good to go.